fucking video. Today we return, and we're going to watch the end of the line. Barney's new video. It is fucking time. Who's ready?
I'll do the
Let's go.
I'll do the cracking knuckles too. Here we go, guys. He's watching it in the tiniest window imaginable.
Turn it down a little bit. The wait is over, yep.
Does he?
Alright,
does
let's
he?
do
Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, does he watch it in a big window at any point?
Goof Troop. I remember them from the old video. Holy shit.
This intro took like an hour to render just by itself because of all the effects on it. I have this VHS effect that I use in this video.
Barney actually gets Scarab Lord. I really do. I hope it happens because it is the ultimate story of triumph. Here we go.
This VHS effect that I have, excuse me, this VHS effect that I use, is like so, I don't know why Sony Vegas struggles to render it fast. So whenever I use that VHS effect, just know that like it took like 50 times the amount of time that you watch it in to render it. Like that intro took like an hour to render, just that like 20-second clip. Because it's like, it's like data moshes, faded into data moshes with color correction because I turned the saturation up, and there's a VHS layer on top of it, giving it that kind of like blurry effect, and then I've gone in and blurred it myself as well, so it's like naturally blurred. Yeah.
You know, honestly, I don't know why I made the intro so melancholic. I mean, sure, I don't get Scarab Lord, but this is a joyous occasion, no? 2 videos, 1 year?
Imagine
Wow.
that.
Who saw that coming?
Now don't ask me for anything ever again.
Oh, and just real quick.
Turn it up!
7 out of 32 quest complete, even though I left you on 3 out of 32, is because I added 4 to the total that I finished later that don't have like a standard hand in.
This is true, but the real reason is that I couldn't find the quests in the... Because there are quests that they don't have like a... There are quests in this quest line that don't have like a quest start or like a quest hand in, but they do, and it's really difficult. And there's one that I left in right at the end, the one where it's the Might of Kalimdor. That's just a quest where you talk to Anachronos. And there's like 5 other quests that are like that, where like the only thing you do is talk to the same person and they give you another quest. So I just added those at the start.
Just figured it would be easier to do it now because if I do it later, you guys might be like, wait, the
Also,
number has gone
turn
up,
up
but no
the
quest
volume,
complete.
Asmongold.
Anyway, with that said, the video's starting. Oh wait, that means I have to edit a transition or play Dota. Welcome to the final episode.
All right, let's see it.
19th of August, 2020, 2:12
Volume up?
PM.
Okay.
We join yours truly approaching the caverns of time outside of which
I got it.
Anachronos is waiting patiently to speak with us. Now that I have secured my reputation as the greatest bug slayer of all time,
Wow.
Anachronos is finally willing to stop being a child and talk to me. Like, do you not know who I am? I'm the main character of Grobulus. I literally grinded through 11...
He looked away at the plush. He also spoke over the intro in the last episode where I said that I didn't get Scarab Lord, right? Like, you know, like the big bait, the big fucking... That's me sending out the bait, right? And he fucking looked away and talked over it. So he doesn't even know, like, that the whole bit is that, like, I don't get Scarab Lord.
And bug farms. This guy should be
The
sucking
main
my
character of
contrary
the
to his
server, I
neutral
like
opinion
that.
of me, though. Anachronos tells me I am the hope of Kalimdor, and then
Wow.
graciously offers me a terrible ring to aid in my travels.
Amazing.
If there was ever any question that this game's design has always been malicious, this quest proves it. Wow,
Yeah.
did you just beat the most insane grind we've ever put in the game? Nice.
Here's-
Here's your downgrade, dickhead. Quest.
Yeah, here's a ring that's worse than what you got in Molten Core.
It's
Please.
true.
Next up, Anachronos says, hey, you know that...
The ring does eventually upgrade into being the best, one of the best in slots. But, like, the fact that you grind the whole bug farm to get that ring, and it's a downgrade until you improve your rep even more.
redstone you keep ominously including in all your cinematics? Go check it out. So we go check it out, and that's when we get the lore dump I explained in episode 1. You guys remember that, right? With the bugs and the dragons and the useless archdruid smashing the scepter.
Oh,
so no one
yeah.
can
Oh
navigate
yeah,
ever
Mr.
again.
Crab.
Those were the good days.
Quest complete.
I was then summoned back to Anachronos, and this is the point in the questline where it's revealed we need to be the ones to find those gems and rebuild that scepter, because Anachronos is too depressed to do it himself or something. Same. The whereabouts of the gem.
I don't know why we had to do it for him either. I didn't read that part of the quest.
Yeah,
I did this back in Wrath of the Lich King before it got
is,
removed.
of course, a complete mystery.
There's no lore reason as to why Anachronos can't do it, and he's an all-powerful bronze dragon. So he should just be able to do it, and he could probably do it more efficiently. I guess it's because he has to guard the entrance to the Caverns of Time.
Even though Anachronos
And
appointed
also he
a
doesn't
guardian
just want-
for
he
each
just doesn't
gem
want
after
to.
the archdruid had his little Joker moment.
Also, Anachronos has seen every timeline that could ever exist, so he knows that you're going to do it anyway.
Farian, that was a
I guess
mistake.
that wasn't his Joker moment. His Joker moment was probably when he joined Ragnaros and Cataclysm, huh?
That guy
That's
was
still
just
so
an
shocking
asshole.
to me too. Like Ragnaros wanted this guy as his right-hand man.
Yeah.
This guy? I mean, I know Executor set the bar low, but this guy he just took L's non-stop for like 1,000 years. That's like
He's
his
a
lore.
loser.
Even his gimmick achievement is harder.
It's true. If you go read his lore page, this character exists to just get shit on. He's one of those characters that just like never gets a break in the lore. Like everything that happens to that character is bad, and it's mostly self-inflicted too.
Then his encounter. I'm getting sidetracked. Each gem was appointed a guardian.
That actually
but
is
for
true.
one reason or another. Every single
Yeah,
guardian has
that actually
abandoned
is
their
true.
duty. But I've played Dark Souls 3, so I already know how this one goes. We are told to prepare for the worst, and we are sent on our way.
All right.
Quest complete.
So this is the part where the questline breaks into 3 separate threads. Each thread follows the search for one of the 3
Different
gems, and these
shards
can
of the
be done
scepter.
in any order. If you collect all 3 gems, you can bring them to Anachronos, and he will
This little scene here, this one took like another hour to render because of the VHS effect. And the wibbly wobbly.
use them to craft the scepter of the Fuck this. It's the last episode. Just get through it. If you get the scepter, you get the mount, okay? But because this questline is wibbly wobbly, you could do it in any order. It's so wacky. To prevent any confusion on your part, you can check the title card of each section to know which questline we're currently progressing. You can also see how many total
Oh my
quests I've
God.
completed and
This
how
shit
much
was
time is
so
left until the
complicated.
gates open. I'm spoon feeding you the content.
Oh my
I'm also
God.
just taking the time now to let you know that we have entered full chronological.
And this bit took like half an hour to render too.
Chronological storytelling. Bitch. The rest of this video takes place chronologically over 29 hours, which is now 28 hours. It's not looking good. But you want to know what is looking good? The Barny Beekeeper plushie. Wow. I designed it myself.
Wait,
the real
what?
magnetizable hands let you replace the weapons with actual knives. My lawyers have
What?
told me to inform you that that was a joke. Please do not replace the weapons with actual knives.
Oh my God.
Absolutely can. Render your entire
We can
life's
actually
work
get one of
corrupted with
those?
one touch of the
I
magnet
might get
hand.
one. That's awesome.
I've corrupted my
Send one to
As with
Asmongold,
Jesus,
Richard.
You can put it on your desk, your bed, or even in the corner of your room.
Yeah,
Safe
that
in
is
the
really
knowledge
cool.
It will stay exactly where you left it. Any reports that the Barny Beekeeper plushie is actually alive have been greatly exaggerated.
Of course.
He's undead. Fuck it. Mask on.
Now they'll never know it was me.
When they said, hey, this is too much for one plush, I said, shut the fuck up. I want it to have a hood as well.
Listen, I am not that mean to my manager. Those were scripted screenshots for the video. I'm not that mean.
Now included. As it turns out, spending 3 years making the best World of Warcraft video series on the platform isn't the most financially responsible thing you could do. Which is why you're all gonna buy the plush so it was worth it, right? Right?
Absolutely. 100%.
Just kidding, guys. Only buy the plush if you like it. But I should tell you, if we don't sell out, I'm never uploading again.
TheBeekeeper.shop. A link in the description.
So this is the plushie's a real thing then.
As Shara.
Yes.
Named after the Night Elf Queen who did the thing. You'd think
Yeah.
this zone would present
She really
endgame
fucked this
challenges
stuff
worthy
up.
of its namesake, but actually it's pretty fucking dead. But that's because
Yeah.
as Shara was never intended as a questing zone to begin with, it was
this
meant
supposed to be a
be
battleground?
Dota. Don't believe me?
Yeah.
I'm about to blow your mind. Originally designed as an instant
Yep.
battleground, as Shara
We
had
watched this
3
video,
lanes,
I remember
2
this.
large jungles, and a river
This shit
running
was
down
crazy.
the middle. Does this sound familiar? It's implied
Alright.
that the 2 teams
Yo,
would
thanks, Cody. I
advance on
appreciate
each
that.
other
Thank you,
until
dude.
one base fell. But it must have been really fucking
very
boring
much.
because it was scrapped super close to release, and now as Shara exists like this. Now, I don't blame Blizzard for scrapping their Dota battleground. They never did quite figure out that 3-lane
No,
gameplay.
they
But I do
never
blame
figured
them
out
for
that
doing
well.
nothing with the zone in 12 years.
Remember the big cannon? I don't
That
think
they
Blizzard
said we were
does.
gonna be able to
Anyway,
shoot?
we're here to talk to this
That
big
cannon
dragon.
has
This
pissed
is
me off for far too long. Okay. I mean, do I need to say they put this cannon in the game, and they're like, we're gonna fire this cannon at the end of Cataclysm, and it's gonna be so sick. And then they never did it. And then like Warlords of Draenor comes. No, Pandas come. Sorry. And then Warlords, and then Legion. Shoot the cannon!
Azhagos. Hi, I'm Azhagos. You might remember
And
him
he
from
gives you the
closing the
quest.
gates 1,000 years ago. But what you might not know about Azhagos is that he is the Blue Dragonflight... Oh, wait, hold on. He is the Blue Dragonflight's Trinket Keeper, which basically
What?
means he's every Blue Dragon's bankroll. He fucking hates it. He despises the fact that whilst every other Blue Drake is off in the
I didn't
Nexus
even know that was
banging
a
mana
thing.
straight from the source, having the sickest parties of all time, he's stuck in
Yeah,
fucking
true.
Azshara, dead zone, no bitches, guarding other people's stuff from dickheads like me.
Yeah,
I
they
hear
got
my
rid of
echo
him
in his
like
headset.
Cataclysm, I think.
Kronos gave the Blue Scepter gem to the Blue Dragonflight to keep safe forever. So what that actually meant was Azhagos was given the Blue Scepter gem to keep safe forever. And just like any dragon who is guarding a one-of-a-kind gem, Azhagos would be targeted by more treasure hunters than ever before. And
Yeah.
Azhagos was pissed. 500
Yeah,
years
we
later,
killed him a few fucking times.
I don't need a wife. My job fucks me. At this point,
True.
Azhagos has lost count of the amount of attempts made on his
Okay.
life because of this damn gem. And just like with literally any Blizzard character, if you give them enough time, he became unhinged. And then he fed the Blue Scepter gem to a fish.
You know, now that I feel... Wait. Oh, yeah. That actually... This, by the way, is not an exaggeration. This is actually what happened in the story.
Present day. I cannot take...
That quote, "You're just one bad day away from being me." I thought it was a Joker quote, but it's actually a Punisher quote. And it clicked when I was watching Netflix like the other day, and that episode came on where he's like, "You know, Red, you're just one bad day away from being me." And I was like, "Huh?"
5 steps without some crazed orc or human trying to thrust a sharp stick into my hide. Looks like life didn't get
Yep.
any better for Azhagos after all. That'll have to wait until Cataclysm, when he enters into a romantic relationship with a spirit healer. Real, actual lore,
Oh,
by
the
way.
Joker
So
does
now
do it
we
as
know
well?
The fate
Okay.
of the blue gem, one of the trillion fish healer. We'll have to wait until Cataclysm, when
What?
he enters into a romantic relationship with a spirit healer. Real, actual...
Real lore.
Oh, my God.
Lore,
so
by the
I
way.
didn't
So
know
now
that.
we know the fate of the
I
blue
ne- I
gem.
never
One of
fucking
the
knew that.
trillion
Wow.
fish in the sea ate it. Also, because he's currently
This
in his
dude's
wacky,
fucking ghost.
unhinged, edgy, it's not a phase. Azhagos enchanted that same fish with arcane properties for the
Okay.
lulz in the hope it would become a giant
Just
sea
for
monster
fun.
who terrorizes fishermen.
just to
However,
do
he
it.
does throw us a bone and tells us that if we make a
Baba Booey.
out of arcanite, the arcane properties of that metal should attract the fish.
Thanks for the
Probably
subs,
not
by the
a
way,
fish
guys. I'll
anymore,
shout
but some
everyone
kind of
out
sea
after
terror.
this.
Azhagos gives us a ledger to take to a contact of his in
Oh my
Tanaris,
God.
whom he describes as
Ner-
a terrible, terrible psychic,
The
but an
fucking
amazing
gnome.
engineer. With any luck, perhaps this guy can help us out.
I
and if
remember
not,
this.
well, that sucks because
Yeah.
Azhagos is done talking to us.
I said good day, sir.
I fucking hate these dragons. Well, time to head to Tanaris and find this engineer. Or
I
rather,
really don't
time to
like
wait for my
how it started raining just at the end of this clip because it makes it look like it's not taken at the same time.
summon crew to summon
Slow.
me right there, huh?
Gaming.
Handing over the blueprints to the engineer.
See,
question-
that's power gaming right there. That's using... that's being the main character of the server, okay, guys?
We ask him if he can make the Arcanite Baba Booey, to which he responds, "Can't even
Yes.
read this shit, bro. It's in Draconic." Another funny little
Oh,
prank from our
no.
friend Azhagos, who, by the way,
Draconic for
according to the
dummies.
quest dialogue, knows the engineer can't read Draconic, which means
God.
he did this shit on purpose. I am laughing, Lord. I'm gonna kill Azhagos. Even though he can't read
This, by the way, is the best
Spoilers.
questline Blizzard's ever made.
Draconic, the engineer says he's willing to give it a shot anyway.
Yep.
He'll just need a couple of items beforehand. The first item he needs is a Draconic translation guide, which is a completely reasonable ask. The second thing he
sure.
needs are his reading goggles that
That's
his
super
ex-BFF
easy.
stole from him.
No problem at
Sure,
all.
whatever, he needs them to read. And the
Absolutely.
third thing he needs is a 500-pound chicken. Okay, this fucking guy.
Oh,
According
yeah.
to his pondering orb, his ex-BFF is either hiding
This
just
shot,
outside of Guild
by the way-
furries, or somewhere
Can I just say this shot was genius? This isn't like a thing that happens in the game. I did this, right? I had to NPC morph into the guy, and then I had to channel a spell into nothing,
in Outland being
Forgot
pursued
all
by the
about
Burning
that.
Legion. Luckily for me, we don't need to wait until TBC to find him.
That-
Quest complete. But we will need to wait to find those goggles because
Uh-huh.
he dropped them in Molten Core. It is at this point I realized had I not left that Peace Bloom DKP earlier on in the week, I
Oh
would have
my
been
God,
locked to
I forgot
Molten
all
Core
about
and
that.
unable to even attempt this part of the quest. So thank you, Dawnbreakers, for hosting a scam DKP and being so unnecessarily hostile when questioned about it. Without you, none of this is possible. But we're gonna need
I feel like I've never been in a DKP raid that wasn't a scam. Like every single one that I was ever in, including the ones that I was leading, they were all scams. Every single one.
to put a pin.
It would be entirely in character for me to skim off the top in a GDKP, but I've actually never done that. Which is a shame.
In that because I'm leaving this
It's
raid group
back.
and joining.
It's a rounding
Why?
error.
Because it's
Oh, it's
almost
not a big
7
deal.
p.m., which means the Winter Court
just a
are
rounding
raiding
error.
Blackwing Lair. Among the 3 shards, the red
Also,
shard is by far
this really bugs me because you can't actually see it. But when that when it comes up on that scene where like the title card appears, the aspect ratio actually shrinks into 4:3 and it becomes a square. But because it's like black on black, you can't see it. But the aspect ratio shrinks and then the VHS effect like fades
this
in.
part of the quest. So thank you, Dawnbreakers, for hosting a. Among the, I'm leaving this raid group and joining.
But you
It's
can't
a
really see it on
rounding error.
YouTube.
Because it's
Oh, it's
almost
not a big
7
deal.
p.m., which means the Winter Court
just a
are
rounding
raiding
error.
Blackwing Lair.
It's like here like the aspect ratio shrinks down.
Among the 3 shards, the red shard is by far the easiest to obtain, as it was given to Nefarian, and I literally kick the shit out of this guy every week. But as I mentioned
No
last
problem.
episode, the
Easy enough.
overwhelming
And then
majority of my guild are already locked to every raid after helping secure
Clean.
10 Scarab Lords. If I wanted to
Oh
attempt
my
the segments
God.
of the questline that take place within raids, I would have to, and this is
Pug
literally my guild
BWL.
catchphrase.
Figure it out. 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 Yo, figure it out.
Figure it out. And so I figured it out. In
Those
fact,
are all
I
clips
figured it
taken
out
from, like,
ahead of
raids.
time.
I'm gonna tell you guys, like I've tried to do a BWL pug on Monday night. Whew. That's something, let me tell you. That really is something.
The GM of Final Boss at one point had a 12+ hour BWL GDKP that ran where they cycled through like 7 different like groups of people.
Because I'm always steps ahead. Yesterday, when I was still farming bugs, I was also reaching out to pretty much every guild in GDKP
Yeah, of
on
course.
the server who I knew was raiding tomorrow to see if anyone could fit me into a Blackwing Lair run. I received
Makes
only
sense.
2 responses back.
So when I write my scripts, I write down key information in the moment and then I come back to it like months later. And I do a thing where I copy paste Discord DMs into like a text document. So even if I can't find the DM, I have exactly what was said, right? And on the right here, that's what happened where I couldn't find the DM. Have you guys ever had this, right? I've had this a lot. The most recent person I actually had this with was Charborg, where I have Charborg as a friend on Discord, and I couldn't find our DMs. I type in his name, and I couldn't find them. And this happened with the person who this DM was with originally, where I couldn't find their DM anymore. It just wasn't there, even though I know it happened because I have the proof. So I just replaced the name with Cody's.
Back and thus was given a choice, not between 2 guilds per se, but between 2 different risks. You see, the red shard only drops from Nefarian if you beat Blackwing Lair within 5 hours of
So you
starting
have
the
to have a
second
good group.
encounter. If you fail, you actually get a bad ending letter sent to your mailbox from Nefarian
Wait,
himself,
really?
where he basically just flames you for being too slow. It's pretty
Wow.
funny and
I didn't even
completely
know
deserved,
that.
to be honest. But therein lay the first
We
guild's
never
risk,
failed
a
ours.
self-proclaimed casual guild that doesn't require world buffs or even consumes to raid. As someone who is used to sweaty, pathetically optimized, no fun allowed, clear comms, sub 1 hour speedruns, I was no doubt hesitant to accept that offer. And then there was the second guild, a self-proclaimed hardcore guild who had the rep and logs to back it up. Clearing in time wasn't up for debate, so why did I hesitate to say yes? Well, I made
The
a lot
guild
of
could
enemies
suck.
during my time
Yeah.
in the desert, and how strange, they are now inviting me to BWL? Now what would I do if I was them?
Because what you would do is you would fucking get him locked to the first boss, and then as soon as that shit is over, then just immediately kick them out of the raid. That's what I would do.
That's
Like,
what
I
everyone
get
would
the
do.
person locked and then kick them out immediately fucking after.
And they were
Invite me
gonna
for my
do it.
first boss kill, then kick
pulling
me
that
once I was
bullshit on
saved for
me.
the raid, thereby failing my quest, locking me out of BWL for the week and ruining Scarab Lord for me. I
Yes.
mean, it's objectively funny, and they
Yes,
might
it
have
is.
gotten away with it too if I wasn't numbers steps ahead. But if it's one
Yep.
thing I can just never say no to, it's the chaos of a cursed casual run.
Oh no. Oh no, they're really gonna try that. Oh no.
Welcome to Blackwing Labs.
Speedrun edition. Right away, this was already the most unique run of BWL I had
Oh,
ever been
no.
to. Instead of being Warlock summoned inside a wall like a sweaty geek
This
and
is
zoning
not
in for
good.
free, we had actually met up in-game as a raid group,
Oh,
like,
wow.
socially.
Okay,
and
so I have a
cinematically
bet with my friend, a joke coming up where I make the joke that I like it from behind. Me and Cody have a bet going that when I say that, Asmongold's gonna pause and he's gonna do like the eyebrow thing.
approached BRM from the rear.
So I'm really
Wow,
excited.
just like the old days.
Because I'm a rogue, and we like it from behind.
Oh,
Or
I've
do
heard
it from
about that.
behind? So this is the first boss
He kind of did it.
Untamed, which I'm guessing is an ironic name because we'll be using this Orb of Domination to force him to murder his
to
own
tame him.
children. That's
Yes.
pretty fucked up.
But completely necessary.
Because his mortality is tied to the eggs.
It's a
If
half
we were to
win.
just
That is really kind of crazy whenever you think about it. You're mind controlling him to kill his own eggs. That's fucked up.
Razor Gore and kill him, the eggs would
He's
explode
getting
upon
used
his
to it.
death,
Yeah, we're
dealing
gonna-
massive damage and killing
Us gays, we're here to infect and take over. We're gonna normalize it.
everyone. So you kill ads,
This
kill the
degenerate
eggs, and then you
lifestyle,
kill the
we're
boss.
normalizing
Are you
it.
picking up
Easy
what I'm
enough.
putting down, bitch? But guys, I won't lie, this raid is really scaring me. They're cracking jokes on the mic.
That's the gay
And they're
agenda.
not clearing comms. And worst of all, I think they're having. It sounds like they're having
Are we supposed to play Daddy now?
fun.
I feel like it's so funny to me that Tips hasn't streamed in like 2 years, and Clear Comms is still one of the biggest memes in Classic WoW.
Click comms.
No one follow me.
No one move.
No one follow
No
me.
one move.
Get away from that.
I'm the
door.
original
Next up,
Clear
I
Comms
and I
gamer,
alone have to
okay?
enter the second room and speak with Veilstrass to start the Red Shard quest.
Yeah, that's
The
easy.
5-hour timer starts now. A wise man once
Ooh.
said the purest essence of WoW's gameplay is standing and hitting.
Where's
if
the
that
world
is to be
buffs?
true, then Veilstrass is the most World
Wait.
of Warcraft fight World of Warcraft has to offer because
That was
wow, I'm
Uber
doing a lot of
Danger who said
standing,
that.
and with a buff that doubles your damage, you're gonna do a lot of hitting too.
Yes.
What's especially great about Veilstrass is that the double damage buff carries over to the next couple
You
of
can
trash
use it for the
mobs if you're
trash,
fast
yep.
enough, making the journey to the suppression room that bit faster. And believe me, you'll be thankful for it because this is the part where the raid slows to a grinding.
This is the worst part of all Classic.
Welcome to the
This and
suppression room,
Cthulhu trash.
designed by Satan in
Yes,
hell.
the
This room
Cthulhu
features
trash.
numerous
Sucks
traps which
massive
slow
big
you by
dicks.
90%. These traps can only be disarmed by rogues.
Yeah, the depression
The time
room.
you
There
disarm
you
them
go.
for is random.
If you're straight in chat and you're attracted to me and you're like you identify as a boy and you're attracted to me and you're like, oh no, I'm gay, I'm a girl, it's okay, but I wouldn't date you. But just know that you're okay.
With no
You don't need to
tell.
be confused.
And whelplings constantly spawn around each trap. And that's just
Cool.
the stage hazard.
Like, you have
Because
no
whilst
chance.
Fun,
you have
right?
to manage
But-
those
We'll have a
traps,
little bit
there
of fun.
Yeah, I mean, you have no chance. But at the very least, you don't need to be confused.
So trash mobs you have to clear on the way through, but I don't get to do damage because
I
I got
fucking
ferry
hate
to
doing
raid
this,
through.
man.
It is a tedious, completely
It was
unfun
awful.
shit show of a section that spoils the pacing in what is an otherwise A-tier raid.
Yeah,
In my
Blackwing Layer
opinion.
was
The
awesome.
next boss, Broodlord Lashlayer, is a completely brain-off tank and spank. You just stand and hit. It's classic
Mm-hmm.
WoW. If you die to this boss, you're a complete fucking noob. You just stand and hit. It's classic WoW. If you die to this boss, you're a complete fucking noob.
True,
Nobody
true,
died,
so true.
So it was good.
Roll on ahead if you're on the quest line. Wait, I thought Barney was
All
getting it for
DPS
sure.
is gonna be on Skull and X, except for one mage.
The head is
and
the
mage
first
will
quest,
tank
Asmongold,
decks,
you
'cause we don't
scrub.
use sappers in this guild because we're incredibly
Wait.
casual.
Wait,
I think I might throw up. After pulling 4 packs of techies with no sappers, we were
He's
ready
so
to engage
confused.
the
oh
hardest
no,
boss
you
of
don't
the
need the
raid.
head. That's right, that's
Firemaw.
right. I forgot. You already had it. Yeah,
Firemaw,
I
by
got
all
confused.
definitions, is objectively a well-designed fight, fulfilling literally every class fantasy in one encounter. The tanks get to be slapped around and boiled alive
So
for the
no
duration
head.
of the fight.
it's
Melee
really
get to
fun.
risk their lives trying to pass, gambling on stack resist so as to avoid downtime moving out, and range get to stand back and safely press their one button. And it sounds so easy, right?
Bunch of stacks, guys. Bunch of your 6.
It is so easy, but it's the hardest boss in the dungeon. If you can beat Firemaw, you can beat any boss in Classic WoW. Firemaw is the hardest boss probably in all of Classic WoW.
I would say if you can beat Saffron, you can beat every boss in Classic WoW. I think Saffron has the biggest checks of any fight in Classic. Some of them like artificial, but Saffron is definitely for one reason or another, even if it's like artificial difficulty, Saffron is the hardest fight in Classic. IMO. But before that, probably Firemaw. No, I think Cthulhu is harder than Firemaw, actually. But Firemaw is like top 5.
Careful. Oh, I'm down.
You would be mistaken. Also, because this is Horde gameplay, you really gotta watch that threat.
When do I?
Oh no.
That's not good.
Oh no.
Alright.
Yep.
That's the first time I've ever seen.
Yep, that's a good old-fashioned Monday night BWL. We're just
Monday
having a
night
little bit of fun,
BWL.
wiping on the boss again.
Well, shucks, guys, we've wiped on Firemaw for the last 12 hours, so I think we're going to have to just wait for the reset. But thanks for coming to the raid, everyone.
Just good old day.
I blame Barney, honestly.
Just die now.
No.
Just die now. So anyway, we've got 5 hours, and you know it's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be fine.
Guys, can we speed up this BWL? I gotta go fuck my sister.
Yeah.
I got a wedding between my brother and my other brother.
Hate on, bait on, cap on.
Oh,
this
God.
doesn't usually hap on. Let's try this again.
Yes, it
and On
does.
this pull, the Winter
Shut up.
Court
Yes,
lived
it
up to
does.
their name because this pull.
Was fucking frosty. Look, Mum, I'm pumping.
We then pull the rest of the techies,
With no sappers.
and I go over to this table to pick up this book, which is actually Chapter 7 of Draconic for Dummies.
Yep.
I'll need to collect Chapters 1 through 8 in order to make a complete book for the Engineer, which I'm now...
God, dude, like I just.
Why is everyone saying
think
pint?
back on the tale of high adventure that this quest really gave you. Like this quest, in my opinion, I feel like this is the apex pinnacle of human existence. Was this quest in World of Warcraft Classic? It was so good, and you had to kill a chicken.
realizing in the moment... Hold on, I don't even know that in character yet. Hold on, I haven't even picked up the quest that allows me to loot chapters.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Give me...
Wait, what?
Give me 1 sec. Can I get a...
Oh
can I
my
get a
god,
book
he didn't get the
to
quest. Oh my god.
It is at this point I turn Questy on and reload my UI. When I load back in, I am
It's
dead.
so
I
dumb.
figure, fuck it, Death Warp. It is a speedrun after all.
We'll take a
It's
short
so
break while
fucking
Barney
dumb,
gets
man.
Back on the quest, we won't pull another card.
He's stressing for me.
It shouldn't take that long. The part that
Guys, we're not gonna make it. My summon team then summons me to a remote island off the southern coast of Tanaris, where the engineer supposedly buried a copy of Draconic for
yeah.
Dummies some years ago. When we dig up the book, quest complete.
So like what you
He's
had
an
to do
empire.
is you would have to sail out to an island. You know, like in Lost Ark where you can go off the map and find like special little areas. So in WoW there was like one island at the very bottom of Tanaris, and you had to
It's not
swim
on the map.
off of the island and do that. So they had to summon her out there so she could get that one, and then after that, then
Real
you can get
pronouns,
all the
Pog?
different pages, because I remember doing this again. It was one of the best fucking experiences.
I
but
love-
it was very.
Giga Chad might be my favorite emote that's like ever existed. I think it's really like it's always funny no matter what is with it.
Fucking frustrated.
Enable it. I should
Turns
enable
out to be
it.
a ransom note addressed to the engineer. I figure the fastest way back to the engineer is to unstuck to the Gadget Sand graveyard
smart
and then
idea,
walk
actually.
north. Instead, Blizzard's patented "Go fuck yourself" unstuck
Westfall.
technology actually teleports me to Kargath, and my summon team have already hearthed to Silithus.
What?
So I get a summon to Silithus, fly to Tanan, hand over the ransom note, quest complete,
Oh,
and
wow.
then pick up the next quest. And this is where I realize in the footage, actually, I didn't even need to go on this tangent at all, and it will make sense
Wait,
why
really?
later. This
Why?
has just been a certified idiot moment. But in
I thought you had
fairness
to
to
do
me,
that.
I had not slept in like 20-something hours. If I got a little latency in the brain, you know why. Also, I literally traveled through time.
We now return to Black.
This screen, it's another like 20-minute render just for
Okay,
that.
I'm back in the raid. Summon me because I'm bougie, though. Ooh, and the
Okay.
trash has been cleared in my absence? All according to plan. Now, if I was to tell you that the next 2 encounters, Ebon Rock and Flame Gore, involve a lot of standing and a lot of hitting, would you
This
forgive...
is it is literally the easiest fucking, these are the easiest fucking bosses in general. Samo champion trash. Yeah, look, guys, can we not do this again today? Like, holy fuck.
Oh, no.
Can we just not do it? Like, nobody gives a shit. Like, can we just please not fucking do this shit? Like, yes, Barney is trans.
I'm a girl. You guys?
Like, there's a male character, so sometimes I accidentally say he because I'm.
That's
looking at the
okay. So
character.
here's the thing, guys. If you're ever
Listen.
confused, Barney Beekeeper, the rogue, is a boy, you know, and he uses he/him pronouns because he's a boy, and he identifies as a boy. Me, the creator, I'm a girl, and I will use he/him when I'm role-playing as the Beekeeper to talk about myself in character as a boy, because I'm an actor. It's what I do. And it's really just that simple.
I don't care about what your opinion about it is.
W.
I don't give a fuck.
Dub.
Please. I just don't, like, literally nobody cares about what your take on people being trans is.
So true.
Just fucking
Here's
move
my
on,
take,
guys.
right? Just say you're attracted to me and move on along with everyone else, okay? Because really, that's what it comes down to, right?
Barney's not a guy, and Barney's not a girl either. Barney's a rogue.
I'm a rogue.
That's the best fucking thing about video games, is the fact that Barney is a rogue.
Yes, the Barney character's a rogue.
Shut the fuck up. Enjoy the story.
Dub. Giga Chad.
Me for jumping ahead. Oh, that's too far. Man, partial wipe to trash. That's harder than the buses. What a Warcraft,
Imagine
baby.
that.
How much longer do you have, Barnaby?
We got like an hour, like 2 hours.
Hit that
so
follow button if you
fine.
want to support trans
I mean,
gaming.
we're not gonna make it. The next boss, Cro-Maggus, is basically another one of those run-in, run-out fights. The only difference with this one is that there are random debuffs that will infect random players at random intervals. 4 of the 5 of these debuffs are completely negligible though, and don't really require a second thought since they'll just be purged off you. But if you are unlucky enough to receive the 5th debuff, the Bronze Affliction,
You just
will
use the sand.
periodically
Yeah,
be
it's the sand. It's
frozen in time. There is only one known
He
cure,
realized
and
it's
eating
like,
magic sand. But I'm trying
sand.
to kick the stuff, you know, so I'm okay to sit through the 10-minute deal. Oh, why would
Okay, well, that's good.
I mean, one little bite can't hurt, right? I mean,
Oh, no.
I gotta stop eating sand.
Do you remember whenever they said at the beginning of the first video, don't eat the sand?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, God. Here we
The
go.
Nefarian fight. Will this self-proclaimed casual guild see me through to a
This
red
is not
shard,
good at
or will
all.
this be where
Oh,
my
thanks for those
Scarab
gifted
tale
sub,
ends?
guys.
Well, the main hero of the
With everyone who's like subbing and stuff and donating and all that stuff, after we're done watching Asmongold, watch my video, I'm going to go through the list and I'll give everyone your shout out. So thank you guys so much.
Enjoyers,
just
yeah.
find
In the
out that
meantime.
if you right-click Benediction, it turns into Anathema.
On me for it.
Something weird to my benediction.
So I'd say we're off to a good start.
So
Okay.
right-click it again in your inventory.
This is incredible.
No, it's on a half-hour.
Wait, she doesn't... Bro, I told you guys, like, classic players, as I said, big, slow, hairy, stupid, woolly mammoths. And they're going extinct.
It's so true.
That's what it's like, right there.
Guys, we're not gonna make it.
And with that said, Barnaby, this is your thing, so why don't you go talk to
Uh-huh.
your boy?
Oh, okay. Of course, no final boss of any raid would be complete without the arbitrary minutes of killing ads before the main guy even shows up, but this phase is incredibly simple and is definitely not cause to freak out. So I have no idea why the people in Discord were freaking out so much. In fact,
Was it Tip's raid that was wiping in phase 1 of BWL? Like, I remember seeing a video of a guild just becoming absolutely overwhelmed and overrun by these mobs.
Wait, for
It
real?
was so fucking funny.
I have wiped on this fight, obviously, but I have never fucked up. Like, phase 1 has never fucked. I've never seen, like, a wipe occur in phase 1. That's insane.
they were freaking out so much.
How does that
I heard my first
happen?
joke of the entire raid. And when the casual guild says clear comms,
That's when you know things are bad. For those that don't know this fight, once you kill 40 ads, Nefarian descends upon the raid and covers the entire floor in fire. And if you're not wearing your Onyxia cloak, the fire will kill you in one shot. So tell me why the 5 minutes we spent doing loot prior to pulling the boss was not enough time for over half the raid to equip their Onyxia cloaks? We're not gonna make it.
No, a lot of people don't have cloaks on. I do that as well.
Get behind the throne.
Now, you can stand behind the throne when the fire goes out, and this will avoid being hit, but it's generally considered rat behavior because you lose a bunch of uptime. Thankfully, though, we managed to get through the fire and the flames with 0 casualties. Nefarian now lands, someone rips aggro, and I die for their fucking sins.
Somebody pop Rick.
Why don't you have Battle Shout?
Because I'm a rogue.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna reincarnate, and I'm gonna start rezzing.
What is this? What is this run?
We actually might not. What started off as a sarcastic little joke was now beginning to sound like my actual fate. Every time you wiped a Nefarian, you have to wait around 15 minutes for him to respawn, and as you know, I'm kind of on the clock here, so...
Dude, if we don't make it, I will get Barney B tattooed on my knuckles.
Perfect.
Well, now the stakes have never been higher, or there's never been a better time to throw this shit. Depending on who you're asking, of course. Me, personally, I kind of want the mount, but in any other timeline, he was getting those knuckle tattoos.
Yeah.
Okay, time's up. Let's do this.
Really, by the way, can I just say, like, I love classic WoW, but yeah, this is offensive time-wasting design. This is the type of shit that pisses me off about World of Warcraft, no matter what expansion it is. The just complete flippant non-concern for your time. Like, oh, you wiped? And not only are you, like, waiting for, like, all your stuff to come back up, but it's like, go fuck yourself. You have to wait 15 minutes arbitrarily to try the boss again. Like, what the fuck?
Beekeeper. Please put your cloaks on. Please put your... So we start the second pull. This time, everyone in the raid is prepared with their own
Just
cloaks,
don't wipe.
and we breeze through phase
It's
1.
easy, yeah.
The tank is also generously given the 2 seconds required to take aggro of the boss, so things are actually looking good. Now let's talk about Nefarian's main mechanic. Every so often, Nefarian will target a specific class and do what's called a class call. This is
can I just come back real quick? I just want to go back real quick. Look how good the numbers look in Classic WoW. It is like busting a nut on your screen whenever you do a special attack and your auto attacks crit at the same time. Look at that.
Every so often, Nefarian will target a specific class and do what's called a class call. This is essentially some kind of debuff or Joker's trick targeted at one specific class. And depending on your class, these can range from being the most minor inconvenience conceivable to being capable of causing the breakdown of the entire raid and a potential wipe.
Gamers love big
In
numbers.
the case of rogues, you get teleported in front of Nefarian and cannot move. If the tank doesn't react fast enough, this happens. And you want to know the best part about this? There's literally 0 counterplay on my part.
Wow.
I can't do anything about this. I love when mechanics don't test the individual player ability and instead put your hands in the life of some other fucking schmuck. I'm actually not mad. I mean, okay, half the raid is dead, but this
Nefarian's so easy, you can still
We just have to play perfect and get really lucky on the next couple of
Why are you behind the boss? Why are you behind?
Ice block.
We're gonna make it.
Keep him up. New class call coming.
He can do it.
We're gonna be fucked.
He can do it. He's got the shield.
So,
he can easily tank Nefarian.
Now, you guys want to know what's worse than one warrior call? Oh, I'll get to that in just a
It's so
second.
easy.
Because first, I gotta tell you that if we get this boss to 20%, all the ads that we killed in phase 1, all 40 of them, respawn at the same time and charge the raid. So now let me
What's the priest call? I think the priest call is if you heal someone, they take damage. I think. It's like every time you heal them, they get a dot on them or something.
One warrior call. That's right. 2 warrior calls, with the second one happening during the final ad phase.
Bro, I actually thought the warrior call was my favorite one because it gave me an excuse to go into Berserker stance.
Yeah.
It's so true. Let this clip play out because it is so difficult to make raiding sound interesting.
there it is, right there.
True.
I got him.
Yep.
Corgo, do you have shield wall?
Perfect.
Use it.
No.
Use shield wall.
Okay.
Use a stone shield.
There you go, bud.
Come on, you can do it. Fire. There it is. Wow. 10-minute fight. That was, someone in chat says that was tough.
He talked over it! Earlier, I left the raid and joined another party to get summoned to Tanaris. Well, actually, that did nothing. I just love faking you guys out. It's just so easy every time.
He talked over it!
Can't keep getting away with it.
Oh, I will. You're already in my web and you don't even know it yet. Wow, red shard acquired.
Right, you ready? 3, 2, 1.
My bait!
Look at that. I love how every guild that raided in Classic WoW has a screenshot that looks just like that. I think
I
that's so
have
cool.
never taken screenshots like that before.
So
then
now
pretty
we're back
much.
on the
Yeah, that's what-
engineer's
we had
quest
that
line.
too.
If you'll remember, we are currently looking for the 3 items he needs to try and make the Arcanite Bubba
Yep.
Booey. But as we found out earlier, his copy of Draconic for Dummies has been stolen, and a ransom note was left in its place.
We've got your book, Gnome. If you ever want to see it again, you'll do exactly as we ask.
So, alongside Bon Hoovy, Sarsis, Merrills, and Darien, we head to the location detailed within the ransom note, and, disguised as the engineer, I place a big bag of fake gold at the edge of a cliff. A few
Bro,
anxieties...
like no shit. This, like y'all see.
Riddled minutes
This
later,
this
one
mob is
Dr.
really hard to
Weevil
kill.
comes flying in on a
Merrills
flying
is the
machine.
goat.
But
Look at
for real, why did they make it take 5 minutes for this guy to spawn in? The whole time we were waiting, I thought I fucked the quest up.
I did
swear,
too.
Every single quest in this quest line is specifically tailored to fuck with your mental. Anyway, the
Yes,
doctor
it
takes
is.
one look at our disguise and sees right through it. Who could have seen
It's
this
Dr.
coming? He then
Weevil.
summons a giant gorilla to kill us and escapes in his flying
This
machine.
gorilla
I
is
pop
no
adrenaline
joke.
rush and evasion and
This
start
is a
rogue
big
tanking
dick
number
gorilla.
2. I figure with a healer, I can probably tank this
No,
for the duration
you
of my
can't.
evasion and then vanish the threat off to the warrior. Unfortunately for me, Blizzard's patented, it really emulates early 2000s internet. Spell-bashing technology meant that I actually didn't cast Vanish at all. I lay dead in the snow like the pathetic little gnome bitch I am as my team once again carries me to victory. If you'll remember, Merrills was the mage who helped me get my Mallet of Zul'Farrak all those
Oh my
months ago.
God.
And here I am yet again with my content beholden to his kindness.
A year
I truly
later.
couldn't do this without my friends. However, because Bon Hoovy is a druid, he is useless and isn't
It just
carrying
works.
resurrection materials. He is instead going to leave it up to chance with cables, as will Merrills and Darien. Well, I
Oh
think
my
we know how this
God.
one goes. Yup.
That's
Right,
a
calm me
that's
down,
an L.
right?
That's an L.
Don't do
We've got one more.
please. Thank God. I'm up!
There it is.
Merrills then opens a portal
Easy.
to Thunderbluff for me, and I fly to the engineer in Tanaris to tell him that the plan failed. And also, because we didn't keep to our end of the ransom, Dr. Weevil has obliterated the Draconic for Dummies book.
Quest complete.
So now our only option is to track down the last known surviving copy of Draconic for Dummies, which, because it's the Scarab Lord questline, has actually had all 8 of its pages torn out.
I
and
spelt
scattered.
Stormwind
Is
wrong.
If I find all 8 chapters,
When I get the Stormwind chapter, just be on the lookout. I actually put Stormind.
I can
Yeah.
use this bookbinding to refashion the book. This questline's never
All
gonna
on
end,
purpose,
is
of
it?
This
course.
is
One
just
quick stop off in gadgets.
even at level 80. This took me like a month to do. Like I was playing casually. I wasn't doing like every day.
It's
But, like,
intentional.
This took a really really long time, even at level 80. It was insane. I can't imagine going back and doing this now.
And to meet with this chef, quest complete, and to discuss the possibility of acquiring a fat chicken. He tells me no such chicken exists, but does clue us in on one Lord Lakmiran, a chimera who, with proper preparation, may or may not look like a 500-pound chicken. And whilst I'm here in Tanaris, I figure I may as well hand in the red shard to our good friend Anachronos, who once again rewards us with a completely useless piece of jewelry. Quest complete.
What was that tweet? Wait, what was that tweet? Found the elusive Barney today, but he was in a Scarab Lord rush and didn't try to sell me a Lucky Charm sad face. Oh shit.
I thought it was a
People are
nice touch.
tracking him down.
I thought it was a nice touch.
Chapter 7 acquired.
Wow.
Welcome.
This
to
is the
Alcaz
hard
Island.
one.
With the Blackwing Lair chapter safely obtained.
Do y'all remember back in Classic WoW Beta, whenever I went in and I tried to fight this boss and we brought like 300 people and he killed every single one of us?
This boss
This
is hard.
the boss.
But he's
And
also
I was
super
summoned to
cheesable
Alcaz
too.
Island to murder Dr. Weevil in
Fuck
cold
'em.
blood. After all, he's the reason this quest has become so long. I mean, because
True.
he has chapter 1 for some reason. 2 birds, 1 stone, if you ask me. However, Dr. Weevil is absolutely not a pushover. Even
No,
with a raid group
he
of
ain't
20,
no
he is
bitch.
still incredibly challenging due to his menacing mechanics and large health bar. Every
And he
6 or
mind
so
controls
seconds,
people,
Dr.
too.
Weevil stuns everyone in line of sight of him, and every 20 or so seconds, he mind controls a random ally who will now be out of commission for the remainder of the encounter. Now I
And they
could
have
sit
to be
here and
CC'd
splice
too.
old
They
footage
gain a
to
ton of
craft
extra
some
health and
underdog
everything.
narrative about
Hi,
how
Vess.
this boss was difficult to overcome, but rest assured, this will be the 11th time we have destroyed Dr. Weevil, and we have become exceedingly efficient at it.
There it
Chapter 1
is.
acquired. Also, lore tidbit, this is the island where Varian Rin was kept, in prison.
Yep,
And
down
then
at the
this
bottom.
quest is the only thing they did with this location in the game.
Hey, Barney,
I actually didn't mind that. I wish there were more things in the game that just
Hey, Violi,
existed
thanks
for
for
the
the sub.
sake of existing. And it doesn't have to be like a massive quest line or anything like that. There just has to be like a couple of things. You know, like that panda isle that we went to yesterday?
Varian Rin is the king of the Alliance. He's like if Thrall is like the Horde's leader, then Varian Rin is the Alliance's. But he's dead now.
Yesterday on Lost Ark.
He was.
That was so fucking good.
Ranch, right?
Yeah, I have.
Oh. Farming the Feldarks?
Clothed rogue in the marsh at
Oh,
Sunken Temple.
the Acranius one.
Big long quest. I'm not doing this bit.
Now you might be wondering, why am I in a level 40 dungeon? Well, you see, the
Yep.
green shard was given to a
One
green
fully
dragon
clothed
named
rogue in the
Aranicus,
marsh
and
at
this is
Sunken
where
Temple.
Aranicus
Aranicus is a
Big
bitch.
long
This place
quest
super evil.
line.
Well, yes,
Yes,
it's no
it is.
secret that Aranicus and his crew were driven insane by the very same old god they thought they had vanquished deep within the temple. But he has the green shard, so I'm not really left any choice. But as I enter Aranicus'
There's no
chamber,
way you
I'm
can
not
solo
met with
that
a
shit.
large green dragon, but
Oh,
rather
yeah.
a shade and Malfurion Stormrage. Malfurion informs me that Aranicus can't
Whoa.
be here right now because
Hey,
he's
can I
busy
just say, shout out to everyone watching. 2,200 viewers. That's awesome. Guys, if you're subbing and donating and all that good stuff, I'm going to give you guys shout outs after we're done watching this reaction. So I'm going to go through the big list. So stick around, okay? I promise I'm not just absorbing your goodwill and then I'm going to dip.
terrorizing the Emerald Dream. And if we want to
Dude,
get that
I
green
forgot
shard, we'll
all
have
about
to summon
this.
Aranicus from the Emerald Dream and purge him
Holy
of his
shit.
corruption. Now, do you want to see some fucking sweaty,
Disgusting!
I can't believe you even bothered to think this far ahead gameplay? Check out these summons. Bam! Random Teldrassil location to hand in this quest to the Wisp. Quest
Wow.
complete. But wait, I'm not done. Follow-up summon to the Shrine of
Oh.
Remulus in Moonglade to hand that very same quest in immediately.
Bro, this is 100%. This is actually proof that Barney is the main character of the server. Straight up. Like, the actual main character of the server. It's that easy.
Quest complete. Any percent world record,
Yeah,
by
this
the way.
is-
I know it
that
might not
is
look like
gaming
much
right
to you
there.
guys because, I mean, you're watching the video, right? It's all cut up and edited for you. But
Yes.
every time you see me get summoned, these are pre-planned summon teams that real people have had to level up and
Yes.
put their character in that position.
Those
just
are
so I
real
can save
people
10
that
to
probably
20
are not
minutes here
getting
and there.
paid for
Fucking
this.
gamers.
Oh, they
Gay,
won.
gay, gay,
Imagine
fucking gay.
that.
Fucking gay.
So spread around Azeroth are these 4 Emerald Dream portals, outside of which roam packs of elite green dragonkin. Except for the Duskwood one, but just forget about that one for now. To summon Aranicus back into our realm, we are going to
They
need
get
to
paid in
obtain
clout.
a Nightmare
Yeah.
fragment from each area. Actually, cut the music. Fuck the script. I need a real talk. These Nightmare fragments drop from the elite mobs that you can find outside the portals, right? And you think, cool, just go kill some elites.
But those are really hard to
That's me
kill,
laughing.
yeah.
And this is where I make the music creep back in, okay? Got him.
Gabe.
No, of course it's not that easy. This is the Scarab Lord questline where every quest is specifically tailored to make you want to exit game. So here's the thing with this quest, right? We still to this day do not know the drop chance of the Nightmare fragments. Me personally, I want to say it's 1%. Based on my experience,
Oh
I
my
think
God.
it's 1%. Now, killing elites for a 1% drop is already
Fucking Gabe.
It's not that bad. Like, the way that you do it, see, this is the thing.
It is
that
just that
the way
bad.
you farm.
This was my least favorite part of the entire questline. These mobs are so fucking... You need a group. You need a group, and you need druids because you need to be able to hibernate or sleep the dragonkin, and the packs have strategies. Like, you have to kill them in like certain ways. Like these packs outside the Emerald Dream portals, they have more mechanics than like most trash in raids.
Farm something like that has a low drop chance is you do it one mob at a time. You never go and try to do like 10 mobs at a time, or you never try to think like how many it's going to take. You kill one at a time.
Yep.
One at a time.
Yep.
1, 2, 3 at a time.
The thing with these packs are, they actually require a small raid because they slap. Alliance players might not know this, but on the Horde side,
You can
people
kite them all the
kite
way, yes.
These mobs from Ashenvale to Orgrimmar to just kill everyone in the city. But
Yep.
wait, I'm still not done.
I
The
wish I
other
had a
thing with
clip of
these
someone
mobs is
doing that,
if you
and I know that I have recorded it, but I just couldn't find it, and I looked for so long.
kill all the packs and you
So I
don't
had
get
to
the
rob
drop,
someone
you
else's
have to
video.
Wait like an hour for the respawns. There are people in my
Jesus
guild that
Christ, I
spent
didn't know it was that
literally
long.
days on just this part of the quest alone.
What?
It's not looking good. So this is me, and I'm in the Undercity picking up Draconic for Dummies, Chapter 4.
Just do it.
Thanks for watching.
Wow. Damn.
originally this text said your mum gay, but I cut it.
Chapter 4 acquired. Well,
That's good.
Come to the hinterlands. I grabbed literally anyone who was online and willing to help and
I feel like if you were able to get the Dr. Weevil one, I think Barney's gonna get it. I think Barney's gonna get Scarab Lord. I'm pretty confident about it.
We may as well start here. And I think I'm gonna let this clip of our first pull just play out. It's a clip where you say something like, I fucking hate this game. By the way, first mob, first fucking fragment, let's go!
Wow.
Well, that was lucky. Or a terrible omen. There's something with me getting really, really
Holy
lucky
shit.
and then immediately getting
First
really,
mob.
really unlucky. Oh boy,
There
I
it
sure
is.
hope that doesn't happen here. And even though we don't have summons to Foralis, I can just edit the video like, wow, it's like I got summoned. Now, I wish I could tell you that I was lucky enough to get the drop on my first pull again, but it is with a shit-eating grin that I can tell you it only took 20 minutes for me to drop my second fragment.
20 minutes is still really fucking good.
Really,
Unless
really
it's
good.
taking you more than 2 hours to farm something, it's just casual shit.
We're out of here.
When I start,
the audio hiccups because of the corruption theme? No, because it's funny.
Shop, and then I'm going to start playing. That's my plan.
Listen, when I was young, my brain was infected with YouTube poops and You're the Man Now dog videos, and I have never found the cure, and Soros and Zhuzh and shit like that is permanently funny.
We're going to Ashendale.
It's terminal.
And now I'm actually not
Took days
smiling
for
anymore
some?
because this
Then
is
just farm
for
more.
sure just a terrible omen. Also, I forgot to mention the reason I did the portals in this order was because currently right now in Ashenvale, there's an alliance person on this questline too. I had
Oh, so
initially
you're
wanted
fighting
to
him.
be diplomatic about the situation, but with only 24 hours left.
Look, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there.
Shush, man, shush.
Okay. Fuck him. Fuck him. What a mistake. What a fucking mistake. Oh my god, what a mistake. They should not have done this. I guarantee this is gonna... Dude's legit AFK?
Jeez, they could at least make it hard, like, at least make it fun. The Alliance had, as is customary around these parts, failed to put up any meaningful resistance. We took the leader of their group hostage and told those motherfuckers Ashenvale's closed.
What? No. That's some bullshit. I don't want to hear about it, guys. Miss me with that lion-ass bullshit.
And these guys really just took the fucking L, huh? Like,
They sure did.
Still in corpse?
They got their ass beat.
Yeah, it's pretty sad, dude.
It's been 45 minutes. As the Alliance lay molding in their corpses for, yes, like 45 minutes, we took it upon ourselves to hit every single pack on respawn. But in fairness to the Alliance, they weren't the only ones molding. Fucking please dispel the root. Please fucking dispel the root, dude.
It's so
I need to
bad.
tag it. Don't kill the thing. And you haven't tagged it yet.
It's
I need
so...
to get dispelled. I'm rooted again. I need one dispel.
Oh god,
I've
it
been
was so
rooted for
bad.
40 seconds.
It's so bad. It was bad. It was so bad.
Thank you. Listen, I hadn't slept in a very long time, so if I sound like a raid leader, my apologies. The good news is, even with my lack of sleep, I was able to get clips like this. The guy in the back. Let's get this guy. I'm gonna distract.
Oh, what an idiot. Bro, that's why I would always move with my mouse, and I would move a little back and
forth. And it is with a huge ego, I get to tell you that the Alliance all left after that.
Yeah, of course.
Someone else
They're
showed
outnumbered.
up.
Wait.
Frywood. The same Frywood who had just last week griefed me relentlessly, Frywood? The same Frywood who had to be camped into submission, Frywood? Frywood Redemption Arc, Frywood? I was skeptical, but at 2 a.m. server time, I will take anyone I can get. This is where Frywood
getting a
whips
little
out
bit
his
desperate,
Ritual
huh?
of Doom, which is basically the World of Warcraft equivalent of Russian roulette. I don't think I've ever seen this ability be used.
Yeah, I don't think... Oh.
Why me?
Oh, Firewood's revenge.
Well played, Firewood. Alas, the hand of fate would continue to gesture towards me the middle finger as I found myself going dry on the Ashenvale fragment hour after hour, pack after pack, respawn after respawn.
Oh my god.
Worst of all, word spreads fast, and when you hear that the last remaining Scarab Lord is now 12 hours deep bottlenecked in Ashenvale, why, that's the perfect time for a 40-man Alliance raid to pull up and kill that.
I told you that shit was a mistake. I told you it was a fucking mistake because people were going to send all of the guys over because they know that they can fuck your ass by doing that, man. 100%. Like, I like, trust me, guys, diplomacy is always the better option.
Last little bit of hope you have left.
They went to
But they didn't know who they were
Yep.
griefing.
My busy bee.
You guys don't need to feel bad about me griefing the Scarab Lord guy on the Alliance because he's now in prison for unspeakable crimes.
Bees are everywhere. You think I
Just
wasn't
to
gonna
come
find
and grief
out?
you.
Yeah,
True
we got
story.
the fuck out of there just as the raid showed up.
Nice try, bitch.
Next time, don't pick the one person who's always numbers steps ahead.
Yeah, it's not even a
to
joke.
Molten Core. So the plan was always that if we got griefed at Ashenvale, we would just
Do
make a
Molten Core
beeline
instead.
straight for Molten Core.
So
Like, what are they gonna do?
I
Grief
think
us in a raid?
Ragnaros has
That
one
way
of
I
the
can try and
pages.
get my goggles whilst the heat dies down. We have
If I
12 hours
remember
left,
right.
by the way. Also, I just want to say something really quickly to the people that might be concerned about my health, like in real life. During the time in which we were in Ashenvale waiting for respawns, I would spend those like 45-minute intervals.
I'm not explaining
sleeping at my
shit.
desk.
I'll tell
I
you
wouldn't
that
recommend
that's what
it. So
that is the
engineers-
reality.
I
I'm
would
not
do that. I used to
but
do the
nothing
same
more.
thing. I would lay
I
down.
won't say it on
like,
stream.
I had that was actually that chair right there. That shitty chair with only one arm on it. The arm fell off, and I would lay down in the chair and take like mini naps in between wipes and Karazhan. Back in the day, at like 4 in the morning. And I would leave my headphones on because we'd wipe at Nether Spite or something like that, and it would take everybody like 30 minutes to get back. So I could have like 5 mini naps.
XBFF dropped the goggles somewhere in here, and what that means for us as players is the goggles drop from trash, and it's like a % drop chance. Go fuck yourself. But everything will be okay because I have my lucky charm. No, not this thing. I mean this guy, Accidentals. Let me tell you a little story about Accidentals. So like 2 weeks ago, I'm doing this exact same trash farm for someone else's goggles, and we go like 3 full hours of just killing every single mob in Molten Core with no luck. I'm talking several resets of Molten Core, like no bosses, just trash. Like, you don't even get to come. But as soon as we invite Axie, wow. And trust me when I tell you, I've got a good eye for, like, lucky things, right? That's like my whole bit. So we start pulling trash at noon, and 25 minutes later...
All right. Great. Problem solved.
I want to say once again.
Say it.
Hey, this was my ID, Barney.
I know. Listen, I said you were going to be
How about that?
my little good luck charm. Now, could you
It's
bring
just
that
that
luck to
easy,
Ashenvale,
boys.
please? The goggles had been a piece of cake.
Terrible omen.
So it was back to hitting our heads against the brick wall that is Ashenvale. We
Just
had
keep
just spent
farming.
12 uninterrupted hours there, but going
Yeah,
forward,
just keep
I would
farming.
need to move around the map as if I'm being pursued by a large raid, which, by the way,
As
I
if.
am. Word on the street
Yeah.
is that they are waiting right now outside of this very Molten Core in preparation for us to reset the trash. So they'll never see it coming if I get summoned to Ashenvale to kill all the packs that have, in the meantime, respawned. Still no fragment, by the way. And then fly to
Oh
Winter
my
Spring.
God.
Why Winter Spring, you ask? Because your bitch want to spring on this dick. Because I can kill demons in Winter Spring to try and get Chapter 3.
Oh, yeah,
But
you
the
need to
real
get this
reason
one.
I'm doing this is, I want to bait the Alliance raid away from Ashenvale so that when respawns are back up, I can
You
just
just
get summoned,
get
in
summoned
and
right
take them.
back over,
And once
yeah.
again, just as the Alliance were pulling up on my location... This game of cat and mouse had
Oh
grown
my
so
God.
fun for me that I wasn't even bothered by the fact
Oh
we went
my
another
God, this
entire
is so
cycle
ridiculous.
with no drop. 9 hours remain, and here's
I
where I
love this.
execute my most dastardly bamboozle yet. I went straight back to
What's
Winter
that?
Spring.
Jesus Christ.
Chapter 3 acquired.
Wow.
So I took a summon right back
You
to
are so
Ashenvale,
close.
despite the fact that there were no spawns.
Oh,
Just
God.
to fuck with the Alliance, really. But as soon as that first pack did
You
respawn...
are so fucking close.
I'm gonna get Square next. I got the fragment. Let's fucking go, guys! Let's do it! Sorry.
Wow, that hurt my ears.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scream. I'm
There you go.
8 hours remain. Ashenvale had stolen 15 hours from me, but no
As
more.
I said, it's not 8 hours. It's more than that because you have extra time. You have extra
Yes,
time.
but they're
to
not
go in
supposed to
and,
know that,
and-
Asmongold. The countdown doesn't sound nearly as impressive and close if you go, yeah, and then there's another 8 hours after that countdown.
After the first person hits it, you have 8 more
My
hours.
Green Dragon farm had come to an end, and I was ready to get that.
No
back.
fun allowed.
Yep.
With the Alliance closing in on our
My
position, we did
narrative.
something no Horde player would ever do. Portal to Thunderbluff. Genius mix-up.
That is-
This
yeah,
also let me
nobody
take
does
some meat out of
Why
the
would
bank that I
anybody do
prepared
that?
earlier. Like, literally a year ago. I need 20 total for the quest, but I'll get 3 later. A few of us were then summoned to the Isle of Dread in Feralis to kill the unique Chimera elite
Oh,
Lord
yeah.
Lackmiran, and it is now later. See how efficient I am?
He had
I got
like
the
that-
corpse of Lord Lackmiran
What
and
was
the
it?
rest of the meat that I needed in 1 kill. Are
The,
you
like,
not
lightning
entertained?
shield
I've
on
been
him, yeah.
planning this for years. Also, the Alliance
Holy
raid saw
fuck.
that we
That mini boss is actually difficult. If you're a melee you pretty much just don't really get to DPS unless you're being like super overhealed like all the time, because he has a lightning shield that just like reflects damage and just zaps you.
We were in Feralis and pulled up thinking we were at the Green Dragons,
but they weren't.
No one's there. By the time they figured out what we were doing, it was already too late. We had half the Kargap and started making the journey south to the Tainted Scar. It is here that I would get
mobs were
chapter
really
2
hard to
on
kill.
and I know it seems like I've like scripted this, but I got chapter 2 on the first pull. Guys.
Let's get out of here. Wow. What the fuck?
Chapter 2 acquired. Next up, the Duskwood Nightmare
Oh my
Fragment.
God.
To conquer the challenge that lay before me, I would need to this time gather a
Which
full
one was
raid
this?
because unlike the other Nightmare Fragments, this last fragment is dropped by a unique boss that can only be summoned by this quest. However, I can't
man.
just be standing around
Bro,
in
I remember that guy he used to do like a mind control or something like that. I had my mom off heal me whenever I did that boss.
I think it's so cool
Like, she
that
was healing me
Asmongold got to like come up playing WoW with his mom. That's so cool.
Like way off in the distance, and then she would move out of range of the mind control to top me off, and then run away.
Hey, thanks for those
Dude,
bits, Conkers.
Oh my god, that's so crazy. It's like that was literally like fucking, what was that, 12, 13 years ago? Wow.
Duskwood giving away our position, summoning people.
My mom commented on my most recent videos though. Her and my dad watched it on like their TV, and they have no idea what the fuck gaming is. Like can you imagine watching my videos if you have like zero concept of like the internet or like technology at all? It must just be like a fever dream.
This boss we're about to fight is incredibly griefable. Much like a world boss, if you die to the
It's like
Twilight
showing a
Corruptor,
Victorian
he
child a
grows in
phone.
size and
I don't
strength,
remember
and
that.
because this boss actually hits hard, one death is all it can take for the encounter to quickly spiral out of control.
Holy
if
shit.
the Alliance show up here in Duskwood, it is absolutely GG no re for my Scarab Lord, because they will be able to just endlessly sacrifice themselves to the boss to ensure we can never kill him.
Oh,
now
no.
more than ever, I need to be stealthy. Now more than ever, I need to be unpredictable. Now more than ever, I need to be a rogue. Ow.
Okay.
And God,
I fucking love being a rogue.
because you already know I figured out exactly what we're gonna do.
World buff alert.
Is putting a fake world buff notice in the world buff Discord immoral? I'll let you decide. But I did what
No.
needed to be done, because if the Alliance, who are definitely stalking this Discord, see
No,
that we
it's
are dropping
not.
a heart, they will probably assume that we are about to go raiding. And because I still do actually need to kill Onyxia and Ragnaros on this questline, it's the perfect plan. They think we're meeting up here to get a buff and then fly to Molten Core, but actually we're just gonna walk into Duskwood. I'm a genius. See?
This is where you
The
find it.
subterfuge of this and just like all of the mind games make it so much better. Holy
Now,
shit.
If Shaman love you or not.
Yeah, it's so sweaty
Yeah,
for
they
no
only had
reason.
10 minutes to buff everyone with the same shit.
It's so good.
Hi, Mallory. I love
What we
the one
say?
guy.
Oh, they need...
The one guy who shows up and says, "Do we have timer on the heart?" Like at least one person showed up thinking that there was actually going to be a fucking buff, and then we all just walked away.
Didn't even get a buff. That sucks. Wow. It's a little adventure.
We had broken into Duskwood, and the Alliance/Whoing Me would know exactly what we were getting up to. And
Yep.
with Duskwood being so close to Stormwind, we had just shy of 10 minutes to kill this boss and get out, or it's done for. And I know that it might look like I'm just standing still here, but the boss starts spawning the moment I walk into the next subzone. So here, I'm waiting for my raid to get in position, because trust me,
Oh.
I've done this boss 10 times now. So outside of the getting larger mechanic, which I
He
talked
also
about
does the
earlier,
mind
this boss
control.
basically does two things. The first move, which he spams,
I think so,
knocks
right?
you away and applies a dot that cannot be dispelled. And the second move is just a mind control. 'cause,
Yes.
Yeah, just throw in a mind control. If you haven't already been able to tell yet, the main way we deal with this boss is to pull him back to this pillar, which lets the caster's line of sight, and the tanks don't have to worry about getting knocked away.
That's why I remember I had to solo the boss at level 80, is because if I did it with a group, people would get MC'd and they would kill me.
That's a problem for the melee. And yeah, I'd like to say
You
we
can't
struggled
even
with
Will
this
of the
boss, but
Forsaken the
again,
mind
this is
control.
the 11th time
It's a
I've
red
killed
mind
this thing.
control, you
Anything
know?
short of a perfect pull would just be embarrassing.
boss has
Like,
also
could you
less
imagine?
health
This is
than
how
Rag.
people talk about classic WoW, like you don't just stand and hit.
Yeah. That's all.
Only 4 minutes had passed since we first entered
That's
Duskwood,
it.
but that was all the time we needed to get
There
the
it is.
fragment and get out. The Alliance raid had been thwarted once more, but I made no efforts to disguise our next move. In fact, of all the places we could have gone next, I picked the most obvious because I'm disrespectful like that. Welcome to Moonglade. Buy my merch. With all 4 nightmare fragments
Right.
gathered, quest complete, it was time to
the
summon
green
Aranicus
dragon.
from the Emerald Dream and purge him
Yeah.
of his corruption once and for all. As we walk up to town alongside Remulus, I'm
Oh,
going to
shit.
take this time to go over the
I
Aranicus
decided I was going to
encounter
do that
using
meme like when I was
during other
recording it. I was
people's
like,
quest lines, 'cause, you
it's
know,
like the
I've done
Putin
this
meme.
10 times already. So this fight has 2 phases. In phase 1, shades continually spawn
Oh
and
my
run at
God.
literally whoever, doing
I
tons
think you
of
get
damage
feared
and AoE
constantly
shadow
in this
bolts.
one, too.
Oh, and they can also AoE fear. Our strat is to hide inside this building out of line of sight, so they're more likely to target the town guard,
Oh
so
my
you can
God.
DPS them down in more manageable numbers. Oh, and yeah, you occasionally get like a big dude. So that's phase 1. If you haven't wiped to shades after a random...
Dude, this is... I can't believe they added all of this into the game, and it was only for the opening of the gates. This was just such a cool
So
thing,
true.
man.
This
Some
quest
amount of
line
time
is
each-
like the equivalent of me making this video. It was so needlessly detailed and like so much passion went into creating it, and it wouldn't happen today.
Phase 2
How'd you get the
begins
third
on
person
Shades'
footage? Well, I literally stood in another building and just filmed them doing the fight on one of the encounters. Because, guys, I did this 11 times. And actually, I did Aranicus closer to 18 times because I helped a bunch of others. Like, if a Horde Scarab Lord target needed people, I would help. Like,
Bravo
Here,
guide just
and
dropped,
Aranicus
just, you know,
descends from
I'll
the
watch it
sky.
after
And
this.
here it is my
I was there for, like, the Hand of Lorde Aranicus kill, the Stony Tark Aranicus kill, all of the Goof Aranicus kills, I think.
pleasure to get to show you this World of
So for this one, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stand back and film.
exclusive dragon fight.
Wow.
Where you stand
And hit.
Oh,
There it is.
come up with this. Around 20% health, a
It's
roleplay
that
will
easy.
begin. And during this, you can actually kill Aranicus if you really want to. But you're
Yeah.
meant to wait so that he turns green and the quest completes. So, you know, like if you were
Well,
an
fuck 'em.
enemy raid looking to grief, you would maybe want to kill the dragon. Yeah? So that's the encounter we're about to start. After a short roleplay where the bad guy, you know, says the line, I'm gonna get you all. And then we're like,
Yeah, of
no,
course.
Aranicus, we're gonna purge you of your corruption, bitch. Combat begins.
Okay, everybody just gets behind there. It seems easy enough. Yeah, this was always an easy boss. This was never a struggle
It's
at all.
RNG.
Now, because we were pretty sure if I die, the quest fails, it was in my best interest that, for as long as possible, I should sit in the corner and do nothing. Said the Alliance spy from behind us. By the way, this is a neutral zone, so if any PvP breaks out, the town guards will swiftly
Yeah,
put
they
the
just
culprits
attack
to death.
everybody. But
All
I
I
don't-
could do
I
was
thought the
sit
town
back and
guards
hope
here
that
weren't
the
that powerful.
RNG in Phase 1
I
was
don't
good.
remember.
And everything was going pretty good. Until it didn't.
Yeah, it's about right.
This was a certified not good moment. I would now have to walk back down to Remulus, restart the escort, and try again. And
Yes.
we really didn't have this time to spare. As I started the RP for a second time, the Alliance dogs began to summon their raid of griefers right in front of me, taunting me. And they thought they were so smart too.
Oh, look, you can't attack us.
Well, guess what? If you're showing up to grief an encounter where part of the encounter is that shades will run to the closest person within line of sight, you probably
Sounds
don't want to
good.
summon your fucking team of morons where the shades spawn. You were so close to catching me too. Off screen, the Alliance
Oh,
summoners
no.
die molding as they are
The
ravaged
stupid
by
fucking
shades.
Alliance.
This buys us time to get into
Yeah,
a
of
favorable
course.
position from which we are able to secure a smooth phase 1.
the
So
shoe fits.
really, I should be thanking the Alliance. Like really, I cannot understate just how useful it was to have like 6 or 7 bozos just die outside. After a few minutes of killing shades, Aranicus descends
Yeah.
and we get to experience some
Yeah,
hidden
unintentional
content gameplay.
collusion.
Wow. I have never seen anything like this before.
Let's
And
do
then
it, boys.
Aranicus.
Just keep killing them.
On that note,
Hey, thanks for the 5 gifted.
As my team started heading towards
Durichlet?
Anixia's
Oh,
lair, I
fuck,
walked back
dude,
to
I forgot
Remulus to
all
hand
about
in the
that.
quest. Quest complete.
Wow, green shard acquired.
I'm gonna shout out all the subs and donos and stuff after I've done watching this. But thank you all so much. I really, really
Thunderbluff
appreciate it.
portal for the
Barney's
best
gonna
friends
be able
even
to do
I
it.
didn't see coming. Blah blah blah.
Wait, I'm telling you guys, like, there's no shot that Barney doesn't do it. There's no shot. Like, this is the easiest. Like, this is every hard challenge has already been beaten.
Anixia's
Yeah.
lair. Remind yourself though, raids reset in literally a few hours. Finding people not yet locked to Anixia was proving to be difficult,
What?
and it seemed getting a full
only need, like,
40-man
10
raid
people
together
anyway,
for
doesn't
this
matter.
particular fight was going to be out of the question. 23 was the number of valiant
Good
heroes
enough.
that would journey with me into
Totally
the
fine.
Dragon's Lair. A departure from the recommended 40 to be certain.
More
but
than
this
enough.
fight is a marathon, not a sprint. If we all play like the smart genius gamers I know we are, this should be a piece of cake. Okay, listen the
feel
fuck
you.
up.
Okay.
You're gonna DPS very, very slowly. Now, and by slowly, I mean fucking slow. If you get aggro,
Okay.
it means you're gonna lose 50 DK.
Okay, dude.
And watch the fucking tail.
6 hours left. It's so easy. Anixia's the easiest boss in the game.
You know what I like about Classic? It doesn't matter how long you've played the game, what gear you have, or what bosses you have on farm. All it takes is for one greedy button press into a taunt resist, and now the mage has aggro. Good luck fixing it.
And watch the fucking tail.
Oh my god.
No way they're gonna...
Many whelps! Left side!
Oh my-
Handle it!
I've always wanted to say that. So we handle the whelps and then slowly take Anixia through phase
What
1
are they
where
doing?
Once she dips below 60%
It's
health,
so
she
easy.
transitions into phase 2 where she flies up into the air and starts launching fireballs.
This
at
might be
people.
my favorite
In this
segment.
phase, only the ranged can hit her, and given that we only have 7 ranged and she stays up there till 40%,
Sounds
this is
like a
gonna
bad
be a
time.
very long air phase. Also, I
Breath,
feel like I'm missing
3 people
something. I
die.
think- wait, if she stays up in the air, doesn't she start like covering the ground? I knew I was forgetting something. And it wasn't just me. Some of us were so used to this boss being dead already that we completely forgot she actually has mechanics and a moveset. World of Warcraft.
I never learned how to do the Anixia breath. Because I always
Because
played
you
tank,
don't
and I
need
had
to.
so much health, I would just get healed. It wouldn't kill me.
You just don't
It's
need
one of those
to.
funny
Problem
games
solved.
where the better you become at the game, the worse you actually become at the game. And
Yes.
if that doesn't make sense to you, it's because you're bad. But that's a good thing, I promise. Ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is truly bliss. Do you think my WoW logs make me happy? Do you think raiding makes me happy?
I hope
Listen
not.
up. There is no joy to be had from mastering World of Warcraft, okay? There is only pain. Nevertheless, we pushed through the longest phase 2 of my entire life. 6 people had perished, leaving only 17
That's
of us
fine.
to finish phase
That's
3.
fine.
And actually, Withers has aggro, so let's make that
Oh, the
7
mage has
bets.
aggro.
Phase
That's
3
great.
has a fear, by the way. And watch the fucking tail. But as I said
Ooh.
earlier, this fight is a marathon, not a sprint. And even with no world buffs, even with 10 people
It
dead,
doesn't
and
matter.
even when I rip aggro at the last second
it does not
intentionally
matter.
and try to turn the boss to tail swipe the raid, hey, what's the fucking tail guy? This fight was
Oh my god. Got him. Fucking got him.
I couldn't help it.
And there's-
I couldn't help it at the end there. I was like, my evasion is up.
Chapter right there.
Take that.
What's the
Alrighty.
fucking tail, guys?
Chapter 6 acquired.
2 bags? It's as they say, scuffed equals stuff, which is why I find it no surprise K-Bay rolled a 100.
That's a
After
good
all,
roll.
is there anything more scuffed than
2
Barnys?
bags?
Something weird to my benediction.
I dished out the loot, and then it was off to Tanaris to cash in on some dopamine points. I gave the
Okay.
goblin my meat, quest complete, and then
Easy.
he says he needs some salt and rocket fuel,
I
which
remember I got
already
this.
have. Quest complete. He then gives us a fat chicken, which we hand in to the engineer
Right.
immediately.
Quest complete.
And we also hand in the goggles from Molten Core.
Right.
Complete.
Speaking of Molten Core,
And you get
Ragnaros
the
has a
turban.
Draconic for Dummies chapter I need, and
It is nearly 7 server time.
the Winter Court had once again agreed to
It's
let
fine.
me reach their raid because I'm just such a nice person.
You put
but
K-Bay
really
on blast?
because I
No,
have,
it's
like,
not on
really good luck.
blast.
I'm
It's
actually
ju- it's
insufferable.
all in good fun.
Man, look at all this great
Ooh,
love.
big strikers.
I understand why Final Boss recruited Barnaby at this point.
Why?
Because you bring the loot.
I have a double gut girl ripper.
Yeah, see, it's a curse. You don't get shit.
Yeah, I don't get the loot.
Now, I'm not going to try and conjure content where there is none to be found,
Okay.
because the truth is, this entire
K-Bay is
Molten Core
bait.
was just an incredibly standard ordeal. Outside of the loot being really good, there really is
Wow.
nothing to talk about, because, you know, it's molten.
Do you guys remember whenever I did that run on my Warlock, who was level 51 for Molten Core, and the Talisman of Ephemeral Power dropped, and I looted it to my level 51 Warlock over all of the other mages and Warlocks in the raid? Do you remember that? Yes.
Whoa, we've nearly got 3,000 viewers. That's crazy. Thanks for tuning
and
in,
then
guys.
I got the Mage Blade too. And the Mage Blade dropped and I looted it to a level 51 Warlock to myself. And then I finally got the character, leveled all the way to 60, and then I never played it again. I put on all the gear and I never played it again.
Now.
Problem solved.
We're in combat, so I actually
Ninja
can't.
petition.
Those were the good days, guys.
Oh, yeah. Actually, none of our rogues need it. You're welcome.
I'm gonna take perditions and
Those
leave
were the good
Draconic
days.
for Dummies. That's actually all I came for.
And fuck your quest.
I didn't react to him watching the first part. No,
That's
I
all
watched
really
it like
started
alone.
with a
Okay.
Gogo Ripper.
They got
From the very
listen,
start.
Funny joke, right?
Barney actually has over 12 hours left. Over 12 hours. There's no way this isn't gonna happen.
Actually drops though.
No
Someone's
way.
up there, taunting me. You think this is
100%
so
it's
fucking
gonna
funny, don't
happen.
you?
Chapter 8 acquired.
It's all right. One
Locked
more.
away deep within the Stormwind library sits Chapter
It's
5
so
of
easy.
Draconic
My
Dungeons,
suspense!
the final chapter I need to finish my
Just
tome.
go
But
get
at
it.
peak
Yeah, he's
server
too
hours
smart
with
for the
an alliance
narrative.
raid
He knows
following
too
your every
much.
move, one
Just
does
go
not
get it.
simply stealth into Stormwind.
Thanks,
And
Lily,
also,
for that
if I'm being
drawing.
honest, I've never even been there before. Like, I wouldn't even know where to go. But I do know someone that does. Meet Eddie. And where do I even begin with it?
Buffering? They got that Texas internet.
What? I didn't F, did I?
Guys,
The fuck?
take 5.
Give me a second. No way this is
Yeah, what
happening.
is this? The YouTube premiere for this video?
It's just YouTube players sucking? I see that. What is this? What the fuck? Try and open it up on another frame? Give me a second, guys.
Asmongold has too many tabs open, by the way. That stresses me out. Any more than 5 and I'm like panicking.
What the fuck? Restart browser?
Even begin with Eddie, huh?
There
So
we
the
go.
thing with
Whoa,
Eddie is
that's
he
quality.
doesn't really understand that he's not human anymore. Arthur's kind of
That was so weird. It's happening
Rewind.
again.
Rewind. 144p.
Why? Why
this
is
guy
this happening?
marinate in the ground a little too long before raising him, and so
Okay.
with only like half a brain, he doesn't really get it. He
The
doesn't
quality
really
will
get
improve
the
in a
whole
minute.
undead thing. But that's okay because he's
Don't worry
harmless
about it.
and adorable. Look at this little guy. Long ago, the Horde and the Alliance of Grobulus came to an agreement that Eddie would be free to live and fish in Stormwind unbothered. Since can we please just let something
Yeah, it's
pure
a
exist
true
for
WoW
once? So
experience,
who
okay?
better to escort me through Stormwind than the one undead no Alliance
Yeah.
wants to kill? The one undead who has true diplomatic immunity. Okay, roleplay server, don't fail me now.
Okay.
Library, I announced in human as I walked across the bridge into Stormwind City.
Where is the library?
Oh my god,
What
he's
are you
fluent in
doing,
human
Barney?
too. It was here that Eddie shows me a neat Stormwind trick. If you wave to the guards, they are legally obligated to stop pursuing you and wave back. By
What the
spamming a
fuck?
wave macro, you can effectively stun lock guards until you leave their aggro radius. This doesn't work on patrollers though, so keep that in mind as we approach.
I wonder who the first person who figured that out was. You know what I mean? Like, I really do. That's so fucking funny. Wow.
The city entrance, we had gathered quite the crowd, but stealth was never an option, so we just have to hope for the best here.
Where is the library?
Eddie asked again as he was approached by a swarm of guards that not even the greatest Osu legend would be able to wave macro into submission. I barely had enough time to utter library
the
before
fuck
we
are
were
you
both forced to
doing?
take a quick nap. So rude.
Just
I
fly
know,
in.
right?
I'm just trying to
Just
acquire
fly
knowledge.
in.
Two perfectly normal
Just
humans
fly.
having a stroll through Stormwind. Take
Fly, you
two.
fools.
We come bearing no ill will.
Asserted
fly.
Eddie as we woke back up in Stormwind. Oh my god, real Janie? Library?
We only seek your knowledge.
Library?
Where is the library?
Library? I was then assassinated by an off-screen menace for being annoying,
Barney's
I suspect.
throwing.
Barney, no!
At least they left Eddie alive. And he's the main character in
Oh
all
my
this.
God,
it's his
Barney's
Stormwind.
throwing.
We're just stealthing through it. Speaking
Oh
of,
my
I somehow
God.
managed to stealth through the trade district and reconvene with Eddie in the canals.
Hello!
Library?
Could you ladies guide us to the library?
Library?
Library.
Oh my god, they understand.
Yes.
Eddie proclaimed.
Where is it?
Mordrina beckons
This
us
is
over
it.
and
It's
starts
over.
leading us somewhere.
It's
Are these night elves bothering you fine humans?
I said no
Yes.
as Eddie responded.
They seem nice.
Wish I could say the same for the racist guards. I said to Eddie as we waited in the canals
Oh,
for the
the
heat
sewer
to die
beast.
down. You know I've drowned people in here.
That never happened.
It did. I just can't be bothered to find the footage right now.
Library,
course.
here we come.
Going into this, I
It's the
didn't
same
know
whenever
what
I
to
soloed,
expect, but if you
Mythic
told me that I
Sylvanas.
would have a considerable Alliance entourage escorting me to the library, I would have said, yeah, right. At what point do they slit my throat? But here we are, just taking a nice leisurely stroll through the
I
canal.
don't believe it. I do not believe this. Like, there's no way Barney gets in, gets the thing, and leaves. There's no way. Somebody is gonna fuck it
There's
up.
always one. There
A few
is always
minutes later,
one.
we arrived at the
I
library
don't
where I
believe
was
it.
met with multiple guards and some fucking dweeb named Brungus. Fucking Brungus. And
Fucking, I knew it. Brungus,
Be a
man.
warrior.
Brungus is holding
It's
down
always
the
a
fort.
warrior.
Brungus is keeping up the spirit of the Alliance. Okay, he's not into that cross-faction collusion bullshit. He's out there to really fight and go to war.
Just cut me down just before I managed to collect the chapter 2. The bastard. But he wasn't gonna get me a second time. I revived, popped a limited invulnerability potion, and enjoyed my 5 seconds of invulnerability as I collected the final chapter of Draconic for Dummies. And you cannot kill me in a way that matters now, Brungus.
It's over, Brungus.
Brungle bitch. Stormwind Library. Chapters acquired.
You got it!
And so ended the first of many adventures with Eddie. The latter I'm sure you will never see because I'm already over my 1 video per year quota. Do you feel that though? That chill in the air? Something's not right. Stormwind. As I flew to Tanaris, I couldn't help but sense an unsettling aura on the wind. I had just literally walked into Stormwind and obtained the final chapter with barely any resistance. Where was the raid of griefers? They didn't even show up. Maybe they'll jump me at the engineer, I thought, as I pulled up to finally hand in a completed Draconic for Dummies. Quest complete. There was nary an alliance to be seen. This is the part of the questline where the engineer informs us that he is 99% certain he can create the Arcanite Baba Booey. If he gets a few more items. But don't worry, these are all items I prepared earlier. In fact, this exact quest is why for months, even before bug farming, I was deep in the hives of Silithus farming rich thorium
There you go.
And I didn't care who I had to step on to get to them.
Lame,
If something
bro.
was going to stop me from getting Scarab, it sure as fuck wasn't going to be RNG gems from mining nodes. Quest complete. And finally, I obtained my Arcanite
Baba Booey.
With one last boss to go and the Alliance griefers nowhere to be seen, I took my summon to Azshara with a great big smile. That mount is so close I can taste it. And then I looked to my left.
I forgot about this part.
Oh no!
Holy shit!
No!
Oh! Oh no! In the final hours, it's a battle in the water.
The underwater combat. The best way to
Jesus Christ! They'll win. They'll win.
It's just Mage's arcane explosion egg.
Go! Well, they're dead.
Stupid
Get their insignias.
What the fuck were they thinking? The Alliance, as is customary
And
around
there he
these
is.
parts, had completely failed to put a dent in our magnificent Horde war machine.
I remember he was
threw down
bigger
the
back in the
Arcanite
day.
Baba Booey and summoned
he
the
was
fish
bigger.
who swallowed the blue scepter
They made him
gem.
smaller
and this is
in
where,
Classic
right
WoW.
on time, the healers
He's way
fall
bigger.
asleep.
He grows. He gets bigger.
Look at that, dude. Just like Kazakh. Exactly, just like Kazakh.
He's gonna eat
on.
me! Oh my god!
Oh,
17K.
no way you're gonna wipe on this boss. No way. It's impossible. It's impossible. Nobody can wipe on this boss.
Fuck him up. Oh, fuck it up. Hey!
Get him. There it is.
Res on Barney. Get a combat res on Barney. Combat
man,
res on Barney B.
That
Can we
was.
get a combat res on Barney B, guys?
Wow! Blue shard acquired.
There it is.
Barney, go to Anachronos now before he gets fucking griefed.
Oh
Where
my
do you think I'm
god.
going? Yeah, thanks for that pearl of wisdom. Like, where else was I gonna go? Because now that I had collected all 3 scepter shards,
Talk
it
to
was
him.
time to pay Anachronos one final visit. I handed in the green shard.
Do it faster.
I handed in the blue shard.
Do it. Come on,
I am
please.
the Might of Kalimdor. Quest
Yes.
complete. With a scepter
Yes.
of the shifting sands.
Yes. Yes.
Oh. So you're probably wondering, but wait, doesn't that mean you get the mount? We're getting to that. We're getting to that. Just hold on, okay?
No.
'Cause the story's not over. The perceptive
Oh.
among you will have noticed that there are
Bro,
still...
like, this is the worst thing, is whenever the good ending happens, and you look at the length of the movie, and you see it's not over.
a few quests to go. These take place in Silithus and unlock at midnight after a brief server restart. This is the countdown that I've been referencing the whole video. And so, with 30 minutes to spare, I made it to the Scarab Gong, sipped my petrification potion to prevent getting griefed when I logged back in, and logged off.
Smart.
5 hours later.
Hello?
Okay.
Ring it. Nobody's ringing.
No one.
Ring there is no capacity. Nobody can ring it.
not
The
available.
entire
Yeah.
area is like.
Just ring it. So yeah, the servers were so laggy in Silithus
Sorry, I'm watching the footage. It's so. What else was gonna happen? Oh, I have to laugh. If I don't laugh, I'll cry. At the mercy of the Blizzard servers, we stood before the gong for hours on end, with the monotony only broken up by the occasional reveal that, hey, you've actually been dead this whole time. And then, as I waited beyond death's wispy veil for a res that I definitely clicked like 5 minutes ago.
No!
Fuzi of Final Boss had rung the gong.
If you didn't expect this to happen, I don't know what world you're living in.
Finally, we get the fuck out of this place.
But if you think that means things are going to start
Just
getting
get it.
any less laggier, you are wrong. We are literally just getting started, actually,
Oh my
because now
God.
the war event begins. But let's just do this bit first, because I don't want to end on an anticlimax, and we need to get to this part at some point. So,
Oh, God.
and this is the part of the video that, like, I just have really not wanted to do, and I really don't even want to fucking record it, to be honest. If I sound
No
salty,
way.
it is what it is. So this is the part.
No
where,
fucking way.
as you can tell, my
No
Scarab Lord
fucking
story
way.
comes to an end.
No, I don't
This
believe
lag.
it.
I
No.
wasn't lying when I
No.
said I didn't just spend the last 18 or so months with the mount hidden in my bank. And it's so lame to blame someone else, like when you fuck up, right? But like, it's because of Blizzard's fucking stupid ass, laggy ass. Oh, come on, you thought that was how it was gonna end? Do you guys not know me at all? What did I say? You're already in my web. You just don't know it yet. I can do anything I put my mind to, because my mind would not put me to do things I can't. And because of this, I'm a Scarab Lord. Quest complete. And I kept it secret this whole time.
Got him! Yes!
You wanna know how I did it? You wanna know how I streamed every day without you guys ever seeing the fucking mount? It really wasn't in my bank. Because I deleted it. And then I've just been like restoring it every 6 weeks using item restoration. But yeah, get owned. Oh, I can say it now. Yes,
Oh my
I
God.
did get Scarab Lord. Yes, I do have the mount.
Oh
I'm
my
swag as hell.
God.
And I kept it secret from all of you this whole time. But now, if I may, I'd like to
What?
say a few words. You see, I did this entire questline 11 times. So I'm kind of like a Scarab Lord 11 times over when you really think about it. 11 full Scarab Lord questlines. I was there for all of them. If we weren't doing a quest, I was in Silithus farming. Except for the Peacebloom DKP. And that's not even mentioning the wipes and the failed attempts that we had on some of these quests. So let's just get one thing straight.
Oh
I'm not
my
just a
God.
Scarab Lord. I'm the Scarab Lord. No one suffered more than me on this quest line. Oh, you think you did? I've spent every day for the past 18 months looking at footage of Silithus. Looking at footage. It wasn't enough that I did this the quest line 11 times over. I had to keep reliving it every single day for 2 years. I had to watch footage of me doing the quest line for 2 years. Of this quest line. Did you? No. So it is only appropriate that I use my unique position as both a record-holding player and deranged content creator to make the following ask. Blizzard, you gotta make the fucking mount fly, man. Please, Blizzard, please, 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 please. The only people who would be against this are people who are butthurt that they didn't get the mount. And like, fuck those people.
Do
'Cause
it.
I have the mount. I wanted to fly. Wrath of the Lich
Scarab
King is my
Lord Barny.
favorite expansion.
Holy
And we know you're gonna do Wrath of the Lich King Classic. So please let me fly on my Scarab Lord mount in Wrath of the Lich King Classic. I would be so happy. In conclusion, please. Okay, enough begging.
them
It's
out
time
on
to
the
move on to
store.
the next part of the quest. Well, you thought that we were done just because I got the mount?
Yeah, me too.
But
Shit.
No, turns out there is one more quest left. However, it's not available for completion until after the 10-hour war. What's the 10-hour war, you ask? Well, whilst I do believe that it is far too late in the video now to start doing more exposition, now that the gates of Ahn'Qiraj are open, the horrors locked away 1,000 years ago have once again been set loose on Silithus and the world of Warcraft. All around the map, resonating crystals will emerge from the terrain, bringing Karaji invasions with them. If you push back enough ads, eventually a unique mob will spawn who, when killed, can drop incredibly rare bind-on equip gear, like Tibu's Blazing Longsword or Alcor's Sunraiser. But not just this. 3 Colossi will also spawn in Silithus, 1 per hive.
And they are fucking huge, by the way.
The biggest creatures in the game by far. And fighting these titans is no joke either, because every so often they do this. Also, whoa! We couldn't even, like, kill these mobs properly because it was so fucking laggy that, like, no one could, like, tank it, like, properly. Like, no one could do their rotation properly because it was just so laggy. What the? God, this event is so cool.
They bring this back every year in retail WoW now.
They do? That's cool.
God damn.
forgot you parked
Wow,
the car.
that's so badass.
It's back.
Oh my god.
It's back.
Wait. On the mount too.
There it goes. See, look, there goes everything.
Ooh. You record that?
That is so fucking funny, man. Oh my god.
And then, 10 hours later, it was time to finish the questline.
Here
I
it
took a
is.
summon from inside Anchorage, or rather inside a wall inside Anchorage, don't worry about it, and slowly stealthed my way through the first Alliance blockade. Risking full world buffs moments before I was due to raid AQ40, I perfectly, literally frame perfectly to the point where my GTFO add-on detected I got hit, slipped out through the gates of Anchorage. One last time, I climbed that all too familiar staircase of dreams. To the gates of
Bro, that warrior
perfectly
saw him.
to the point where my GTFO add-on
See him?
detected I got.
See it? He fucking saw him right there.
The
Right
warrior
there, he saw him.
shouts, but I'm just out of range.
Through the gates of Anchorage. One last time, I climbed that all too familiar staircase of dreams to receive my final reward: a dagger upgrade.
See you next mission.
Beekeeper's log. 22nd of August. So now that
The whole reason I did the questline was for the dagger, not the mount.
Quests in Silithus that let you grind reputation with the Cenarian Circle, and I don't really know what we're doing. All I know is I need to get exalted because there's some item I need, so we're gonna meet up with them.
Talk to this guy. You're like, hey, papers, give me it.
Oh,
Like, okay.
signed.
Yeah. And then you bring it back. Yeah, I got it from.
What's combat assignment?
What a
logistics,
fucking
or
adventure.
tactical? What's what?
I'm
So this is for Earthstrike.
What
I see.
an
So let's do combat.
absolute fucking adventure.
Oh, there's like 4 of these things in there.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's 4. Each quest is to kill 30 of a certain kind of bug.
Wait, we gotta kill. Wait, we have to kill more bugs.
Oh no.
Are you kidding me?
Wow. Holy
Hey,
shit.
thanks for 3,000 viewers on stream, you guys.
Oh my god. I think this might be one of the best WoW. I think this might be the greatest WoW series ever made.
Yeah, I think
really
so
do.
too.
I think this could legitimately be the greatest WoW series ever made.
Pog.
Jesus Christ.
Subscribe right now. Subscribe. Facebook, my stream. Patreon. Like the video.
Oh my god. You better buy the doll. I know. Wow. It's just.
I want to hear what he says after.
Oh my god, it's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. Straight up, I did not know if Barney was gonna get the mount or not. Like, I thought it was gonna happen. I really did, but fuck. There is a video.
I'm in the
Guys, this
Pokemon
is
category right
probably
now?
The greatest WoW series I've maybe ever
Oh,
seen.
who cares?
This could very well be the greatest WoW series I've
Whoops.
ever seen. And I just...
Hi, Pokemon viewers.
It's so fucking good. I saw Barney on his mount like a week before it. She posted her first video. See, like, I had no idea. And, like, I didn't want to look ahead or anything like that. I wanted it to just be